Hey, it's Tanya and it's the weekly sketch challenge once again, and this is the first time I'm using the February kits. And Kimberly wanted us to flip the sketch, which is why you saw the sketch upside down on the screen there. It's not because I don't know how to, orientate my sketches. It's just, we had to flip. So I decided to flip it completely and turn it upside down because I had this idea in mind, this gorgeous cut file, which is a subscriber cut file, and you can find those cut files on the Hip Kit Club's website. You do have to register on the website, but I mean that's just a simple little registering process, and once you do that, then you can have access to the cut files. There are some free ones there, and then there are some subscriber ones, but this one is just, I love it. It's a bookshelf, it's got words that says fun never stops. It just, I just had to use it and run with it. And yes, this was an incredibly labor-intensive layout, and you'll see why just now. Not just because I couldn't decide what background paper I wanted to use. A lot of decision making went into this layout, but I will say that I think it is one of my favorites. Every now and then I do a layout that I am so completely proud of, and this is the latest one. So yes, I decided to take those 3x4 cards because I do enjoy using them in different ways on my layouts, and yep, I am going to back every single one of those books. I started it feeling very enthusiastic, and I will admit by the end of it I was a lot less enthusiastic. I really take my hat off to a lot of the women who do this style of layout on a regular basis, because gosh, they look gorgeous, they're absolutely beautiful, but wow, they are a little time consuming. So there you go. There it was. And yeah, sorry that was a bit sped up to show you, but you can see there. Basically, I used three of the same card for, I had multiples of 3 of the same card on the books. Not everyone is not a different one. And then I felt that the Fun Never Stops needed backing, so I used one of the 4x6 cards. And yeah, I was going to have a patterned paper background, but it just didn't make my cut file pop enough, and so I thought that I would bring out the white. And then I rather daftly go on a splattering packaging technique disaster and cover most of that up. So that's why you'll see I have cut a lot of my mixed media out of this video, A, because I'm embarrassed by it, and B, I cover it up so you don't really need to see the disastrous techniques. My issue with the packaging technique is that ink, it just flows. So when you turn the package, over, it just didn't work. And then I had a crease in the plastic, and that just gave me long streaks, and oh dear, and the splatters. So it looks a bit macabre, and a little bit like a crime scene of some really cute pink cartoon character. So I am going to cover it up. At first I thought I would cover it up with this pattern paper because it's really, really pretty, but then I got back into my 3x4 Pocket Life Kick, and I use those because they are really, really pretty, and I thought that they just added a nice little element to my layout. And the cut file is quite heavy in weight wise, or real estate wise, because it's so big and it's got a lot of color. So I wanted something to balance that out at the bottom. And then I got onto my title kick, and I do like how this title came out. I wanted to bring in the fact that, I didn't want my title to just read Fun Never Stops, because it's a nice phrase, but it just wasn't working for my purposes. And I just took some very thin fun foam and backed that cut file. My photograph is of my journals. I don't have a massive amount. I have a reasonable amount, and they look really, really pretty on my shelf, which is what I'm actually documenting here. But I wanted to bring in more of the title to make up for the fact that I'm not going to have any journaling on this page. I don't journal very often, but I do use my titles as a way of imparting my stories. So yes, I do get a little bit creative again, and it is a love of mine to do. I love looking at the pre-made words that we get in these kits and thinking, how can I bring that in and make it into, a sentence that makes sense and has meaning to me. So you'll see I do think about it a lot, and I can't really think what word I want to use as my big word, but I do know that I want my title to read "The Fun Never Stops When," and then I go with "when you have a fabulous journal shelf." You don't see me putting the word journal in, but I do that off camera because I figured it needed to be there. And these letters are just super, super cute. They do tax my brain a bit because I try and get all different colors, and then I try and get all the different colors to kind of, be harmonious with one another, and so that is a bit taxing. I think actually if I stopped thinking when I do these, I would have a lot, a better, easier time of things, because I do second guess myself a lot. But here you can see that I was thinking, and then I thought, that fabulous just works well. And it actually fit in so nicely with everything that was going on. That was just a serendipitous moment. It wasn't, I hadn't pre-planned it, but they all just fitted well. So let me just quickly tell you about the sketch. It is up in the Facebook forum. We have been having a few issues with Facebook lately. I believe the world has been having issues with Facebook lately, but it's under the announcements, and come along and play. There is a $10 coupon code up for grabs, which you get every week. You get a chance to be eligible for that, and you don't have to be a subscriber of the kits to join in. You just have to post your layout based loosely, tightly, doesn't really matter, on the sketch. Post that in the little thread that I have created, and you will be in the running. So yes, you must please come along and play. It's always so much fun to see what people get up to, and it does mean that if the only thing you do this year is play along with the sketches, you will have made 4 layouts a month, and I'm not mentally arithmetic-wise that great at the moment, so I'm not going to try and say how many that would be a year, but it's a lot, so there you go. So I'm just adding a few finishing touches to the layout, getting on some of the puffy stickers, and yes, these kits they're just beautiful. And marches have shipped. I'm hoping to get mine soon. And we're almost coming up to April's reveal, so my gosh, I don't know. I kind of feel like that time is just running away with me, that I'm not getting enough time to really appreciate each one of these kits. I really need to do something about that. And here you can see my indecisiveness going on. I auditioned almost every single one of those die cuts before I decide which one I actually want to use, and it's that one. And the little phrase I put on, I thought really worked well. I can't remember what it says, I think it says life documented. I can't actually see on my teeny tiny screen as I voice over this. But I thought that tied in so well with the fact that, this layout is about my journals. And so I really, really, really enjoyed making this. I hope you have enjoyed watching it, and you will come along and play along with the sketch, and you'll check out the YouTube. Hip Kit Club has a YouTube channel, as well as a blog, and as well as the Facebook forum. So there is a ton of inspiration for you every day. So yes, thank you for watching, and once again, we'll chat again soon. Bye bye.